I've just got off a coaching call with one of my clients. He owns 4 dental practices. We were speaking through his main health challenge at the minute, which is he needs to lose 11 kg over the next 4 months and keep that off permanently moving forward. One of the beliefs that we reframed during the call was that because he's got so many people who rely on him in the business always has to be the main priority. But the reality is, because so many people rely on you, that must mean you need to be performing at your peak. And the only way you can perform at your peak is if you're at a healthy weight and operating with a great level of nutrition and physical health. The next thing that we did was we looked at what psychological need was being fulfilled through eating excess food. For him, we actually found out that it was the psychological need of certainty that he was going to avoid pain and feel pleasure, because everything else was so uncertain in his life that food was a great way to meet that need. Now, what most people do, which is why long-term change never happens when people lose weight, they completely stop their habits around food, which is actually meeting one of their psychological needs, but they don't address what it was meeting, and then they don't put a new habit in to meet that psychological need in a healthy way. A couple of things that we looked at was replacing the excess food with low-calorie options that tasted really good, but obviously didn't contribute to excess weight gain. We looked at stress-reducing tactics like meditation, and then physical activity, whether that was in his home gym or going to do a sport, to give him that certainty that he was going to get that good feeling, but positively contribute to health long term. This is the process I always use. We always address the thought to emotional patterns that drive behavior. Then we move on to the simple tactics. The tactics are really simple, but it's actually crazy how many people don't do it. And I said to him, we're going to treat his weight loss like he treats his business. We're going to go off data, not emotions. And the data we are going to record is the calories that he's eating, the steps he's doing each day, and then the activity that he does in the gym. And then we're going to look at that data alongside what he weighs every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday morning first thing. We were going to then just tweak the variables around his nutrition, or his steps, or his gym sessions to make sure we see 1% of body fat reduction each week. And then anything that needed changing, we were going to base off data, not emotions. And this is only going to be sustainable long term because we got the psychological foundations right.